It is time to talk about possibly the greatest season of television ever made. Hi everyone, welcome back to Just Jake Reviews. I do albums, movies, and sports games, and today we are back. Sorry it's been a little bit. I was busy the past few days and I had to postpone this video, so I'm doing it today on Tuesday as of recording this. It is time to continue our Office series where I talk about each season of The Office. There are 9 seasons. Today is part 2, so this is season 2. Last time I obviously did season 1's video, and it did really well. You guys loved season 1's video, which is odd because I am not a fan of that video because I messed up in the way I reviewed that season. So season 2 through 9 should be a little better in the way I do these videos. I'm not going to be doing like a full-on they're not going to be like review forward videos. They're just going to be like my opinions. And yeah, I don't really want to make these like reviews because in that case, just watch the show. So today we're talking about season 2 of The Office, which is, in my opinion, the best season of the whole show. This is my favorite season. This is the best season of the show. This is actually one of the best seasons of television I've ever seen in the context of any show ever. But once again, just going to talk about my thoughts and opinions on stuff that happened on in the season, and any Office fan can watch this video and relate to it. And then at the end, I'll talk about my favorite episode and my least favorite episode. So without further ado, let's get right into the season. So off the bat already, one thing that you can 100% clearly notice with this season is way better character development. I know last time for season 1, I said that there's no good characters except for Jim and Pam, but mainly just Jim. Even Dwight's a little in season 1. But yeah, the characters way better. And this is when the writers decided to make Michael Scott his own character. Because like we said last time, season 1, they're going off of the UK version, which is David Brent, which is Ricky Gervais. And yeah, now they want to make his own character. And that is why Michael Scott is a better character in season 2. Kicking it off with the first episode, we got the Dundies. Man, I mean, if there was ever an amazing start to a season, it'd be the Dundies. Fantastic, hilarious moments. Pam getting the longest engagement award at the previous Dundie was so funny. And yeah, you know, we get to see a side of Pam already early on. Like maybe Pam likes to drink. Not really. She's only just a drunk in this episode. She gets banned from Chili's. It's actually kind of a funny joke later on in the seasons. I think it's still early. I think it's probably season 5, season 6. Pam, a party planning committee wants to go to Chili's, but Pam's like, remember, I can't go there. It's a funny little joke. I didn't really notice it last time watching the show, but yeah. Dundies are awesome. Love the fun Dundies. Ryan winning hottest in the office, because of course he does. Phyllis getting bushiest beaver, because of course she does, even though it's supposed to be busiest beaver. It's very funny. Dundies is an immaculate start to a season. We got the first Halloween episode. 3-hole punch Jim. Great costume. Michael having that little clay thing next to him is pretty cool. Pam being a cat. It's just some other stuff. And also, Halloween, you have Devin, who gets fired, who I think I mentioned in season 1's video. So, I think this actually ends in the Halloween episode, but they're still going with the theme of downsizing, and Michael is still having trouble downsizing somebody. So he originally was going to fire Creed, but then Creed was like, fire Devin. So he fired Devin, and that's why you don't see much of his character at all in the whole show. If you didn't think Roy and Pam are bad for each other, man, wait till you get to season 2. This is the worst of the worst for Roy. This is the worst season for Roy and Pam. I mean, you could obviously tell in season 1, yes, Pam does not love Roy, and obviously no one likes Roy, but it's so obvious in season 2 that Roy and Pam are not great for each other. They did kind of hint at, okay, Jim is slowly going up in the ranks of dating Pam, and yeah, we get to see the end of Roy in this season. Just, you know, not a great boyfriend, doesn't do anything. I mean, he is also kind of a recurring theme in season 2 for some episodes. We got a Halloween episode. We got the first Christmas episode. There are 7 Christmas episodes in the whole season, or the whole show. This is the first one. Very solid. Good old Yankee swap. Good old Yankee swap, and I think it's freaking hilarious how Michael does not like Phyllis's oven mitt, and he, like, gets pissed, so he's like, Yankee swap, we're gonna swap everyone's gifts. Ryan gets an iPod, which the budget was, I think, $50, and Ryan gets a $200 iPod because Michael loves Ryan. That's like he's almost gay for him in a way because he's the new temp. Don't worry, Ryan's not insufferable yet. Ryan gets insufferable later on, but right now he's not insufferable. In terms of just one of the most important episodes of the entire show, like not even season 2, just the entire show, you got Booze Cruise. Booze Cruise. Roy, drunkenly, he was drunk. Roy finally sets a date for Pam's wedding. For Roy and Pam's wedding, which you're like, okay, maybe they are actually getting married. But you're also like, with how this show is going, Jim and Pam are probably going to end up together. Jim and Katie. Remember Katie from last season? Amy Adams? Yeah, Jim and Katie break up. Because Katie's like, will that be us? Jim's like, I don't think so, hon. And she's like, well, fuck you. I'm going to leave. She didn't say that, but it felt like that. We already knew that wasn't going to last anyways. I mean, she had such a small part, right? Good old Rob Riggle. Rob Riggle's in the show. Rob Riggle he's the captain of the boat on the Booze Cruise. And this is just, this is one of the first also, like, out of the office episodes. And obviously, we all love those episodes where they're not even in the office building. It's very, very good. But this is one of those where they're not really in the office at all. You get to see a little insight on each character. I think Booze Cruise is definitely probably a top 15 episode of the entire show. Booze Cruise is phenomenal. Michael being jealous. He wants to be captain. That's funny. Dwight thinks he's steering the ship because, of course, he is. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm telling you, this season is classic after classic. If you're not a fan of The Office or don't even watch the show, just watch season 2. If you watch season 2 alone with no backstory, you might still find it funny. Like, that's how good season 2 actually is. Then we got the Valentine's Day episode. This is where another important, kind of love triangle happens. Well, not really a triangle. They're kind of two love lives. We get to see more Phyllis and Bob Vance. I don't think Bob Vance is in the episode, but you get to know that, okay, Phyllis is married to Bob Vance, or getting married. Phyllis is getting married to Bob Vance. Bob Vance, Vance Refrigeration, that's all he says. Jim and Pam is getting crazy. Pam's getting jealous because Phyllis is getting all the good shit, and once again another example of Roy being a bad boyfriend. Who out there hates Roy? You're supposed to hate Roy, okay? Roy's not a good person. Even when Jim and Pam go to his wedding in season 9, which we'll get to that way further. But yeah, Roy's not a good character, which he's not really supposed to be. Now, one of my favorite relationships or favorite, little love stories in the whole show is Angela and Dwight. Angela and Dwight early on is so cute. It's so cute, Dwight gets a bobblehead in Valentine's Day. Angela doing her little smile. Because Angela is not she's not the nicest character. She kind of hates everybody. She definitely changes on later on in the show. But season 2, she's awkward, you don't really like her because she's always bitchy and complaining and all that. But Angela and Dwight, amazing. I love it. It's beautiful. I would say Angela and Dwight kind of rival Jim and Pam a little bit for like the best relationship of the whole show, because Jim and Pam get a little worse later on down the line. Then we got the injury, Michael Scott's injury. So a very big issue that I had with season 1 was Michael was pretty insufferable and definitely a prick. But once again, not his fault. They made him into the UK office character. Season 2, they did not. But in the episode where he burns his foot on a George Foreman grill, he is insufferable. Listen, I get it. You want to care about your health. But we also have one of the funniest one-off character I've ever seen in my entire life. You only see him once in the entire show. Why the fuck did we not get more of Concussion Dwight? Concussion Dwight is hilarious. Bro, go watch this episode, I swear to God. Concussion Dwight is so funny. He gets concussion because he crashes into a pole. He types his name 15,000 times in the computer. He raises his hand without knowing. He can't finish his sentence. Concussion Dwight is hilarious. And Michael thinks, his foot is more important than a head injury. So he thinks everyone should care for him and not Dwight. Which, okay, Michael, I get it. You care about your own health, but it's just a foot injury. You burned your foot, whatever. You gotta calm down, man, okay? You gotta calm down. Once again, there are multiple points in the show where where Michael is kind of insufferable. I mean, yeah. But not season 1 bad. Definitely not season 1 bad, but he's still, yeah. And then one of the most important season finales of all time is Casino Night. Casino Night is fantastic, okay? You probably see one of the first Creed moments where he's just stealing everything. I like stealing things. It's funny. Kevin's really good at poker because, of course, he is. I feel like you definitely get early on that Kevin is, like, this smart guy. Like, yes, he is resembled as, like, a dumb-ish character. They definitely make him more dumb in the later seasons, but he's, like, a dumb-ish character. Yeah, season 2, I mean, early on, he's supposed to be, like, this dumb, funny goofball, but you could definitely tell that Kevin can be smart when he wants to. He's really good at poker. Of course, the ending to Casino Night. And, you know, Michael... But yeah, Casino Night is one of the most important endings to an episode ever. I won't spoil it, but that ending is absolutely beautiful. You get to see Todd Packer for the first time. Let's all agree that Todd Packer... all right, here's the thing. Yes, is Todd Packer a dick? Yes. Todd Packer is obviously insufferable. But his character is supposed to do that. So that's why when I see people do Office tier list, they put Todd Packer in F tier, and I'm like, I would put Todd Packer in D tier. Only because, does Todd Packer act like an F tier character? Yes. But the only reason he's in D tier is because he's supposed to be an asshole. You're not supposed to feel bad for him or like him. That's why when he gets fired later on, you don't like him or you don't feel bad for him. Fun fact, the episode Take Your Daughter to Work Day aired on my birthday. It aired on the same day I was born. The episode Take Your Daughter to Work Day aired on March 16th, 2006. That's the day I was born. That's the day I was born. It's awesome. And Michael's birthday, which actually is March 15th, which is a day before my birthday. I'm not making that up. Both those facts are true. Just some other cool Office stuff. I mean, what else we got here? Oh my God, Dwight being a sheriff, and you know he found half a joint in the parking lot, and Jim pranks him. Now, exactly how much pot did you smoke? Amazing, amazing. You look cute today, Dwight. Thanks, girl. Hilarious, hilarious. Listen, Jim, why'd you tell Michael that you're into Pam? Because the entire episode where Jim wants to keep it a secret, and the one person that knows is Michael, that practically means it's not a secret anymore. It's not a secret anymore. It's not. Yeah, and also we get the hint at the end of the season that Jim is moving to Stanford. He's moving to a different branch for Dunder Mifflin, but he's moving to Stanford, so that's something. And once again, man, you'll see the end of, you know, Roy and Pam they're not doing so well. Roy and Pam does not want to be with Roy. Obviously Roy still likes it, but Pam, right now it's a very one-sided relationship. It is. But yeah, Jim goes to Stanford, Pam gets upset, but hey, Casino Night, you know, it's just, you know, it's one of those seasons. But yeah, the season is fucking jam-packed. Season 2 is awesome. It's so good. The best episode, in my opinion, in Season 2 is Boys and Girls, which is the episode where Jan holds a women's in the workplace meeting where she has a meeting with every single girl in the workplace, and Michael can't join in because he's not a girl, but he thinks so because he's the boss and he has that energy. Pam gets upset. So what does Michael do? You can probably guess what he does because what he does screams Michael Scott. Michael Scott does his own meeting in the warehouse with all the guys, and you get to see, you know, more of the warehouse people. You get to see more of Daryl, more of Roy. You get to see them order pizzas, Michael being one of the guys. It's an amazing, chill episode, and I love it. The worst episode of Season 2 is Performance Review, because nothing really happens. It's a very boring episode of the show. It's very boring, so that's why it's the worst. But anyway, Season 2, the greatest season of television I've ever watched. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, I have not seen any other huge shows, so I can't really debate that. Everyone's going to be like, this episode of Breaking Bad is better. Well, guess what? I haven't seen Breaking Bad, okay? Or any other good show, okay? The Office is my life. No, I'm kidding. I do other stuff, but still, I gotta calm down. Season 2, fucking fire. 10 out of 10. No misses. Absolutely fire. Let's move on, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.